Okay. This is called Extraordinary People, and it's set locally. If you hit hard, you won't get far, for flashes in your window. Our service rocks around the clock, so we keep all our shit, though. It should be stressed we're not the best when hands up about to throw. Hey, but that's like forest for ya. Please don't step upon the grass, bro. We put the rich in ritual and the money where our mouth is. On Wednesdays our breeding ground and drug dealing's our youth biz. No more lemonade stand crap where that stuff don't even half is. You hit vaping pens at high school age and soon you'll be a crack whiz. But all that gritty, grimy, dirty junk is hidden behind the hedges, concealed by the picket fence and Rotarian pre-pledges. But if you keep your eyes wide shut, so you'll see fraying at the edges, you'll notice all this stuff. Now before I reiterate, any questions? Grass clipping smells and from morning dew as trains roll down our streets. We've got that gas and go aesthetic, and our pants'll have crisp pleats. Miss us with Brooks Brothers. As night falls, we're Adidas athletes, 'cause we're preppy in the roadway, but all up nasty in the sheets. I moved here from Chicago, expecting a milder lifestyle. All I got was real hard knocks and lots of fashion argyle. Of course, we picked the only bungalow within 10 miles, but if I thought I could really leave the city, that's denial. No John Hughes or Breakfast Club, North Shore 80s cracked veneer, that white shirt tucked in jeans look like you brought it straight from Sears. I'll drive that car right through your window, you don't need to fear. Ferris Bueller lied to me, I've had no days off in years. The monolithic mansion states, the graveyard full of ghouls, captains of the industry or robber baron fools. Don't be afraid, we'll get them made, those capitalist tools. We'll keep them churning, spilling right out of the schools. Defund the arts, we need them smart to raise state funding level. Our taxes are for nothing, we don't pay for kids to revel in their own education. We want polo ponies, not drivel. And if you dare to disagree, you can kiss le coul du mon cheval. That means kiss my horse's ass in French, for those who don't speak that. But now I'm rolling out of town, my high school days are over. I've got no enormous love for here, might spit over my shoulder. I'm sick and tired of Vespas and ubiquitous white rovers. I'll be free from this place, which I've come to think's just mediocre. And that was that. So this is our last episode before me and Aiden depart from Lake Forest. Well, one of us departs from Lake Forest. Aiden stays here, he goes to college here. I go to Ohio, to Kenyon, and do that shit. But this is our last sort of like the end of the first era of Good Idea, where we are both recording in the same room at the same time.
When you come back for break, we'll do episodes then.
Yes, we will.
So it's not the last time you'll ever be hearing us both on this mic, but gotta say I'm really looking forward to using that crisp one I used last week.
It's good.
Oh, I love that. I love that mic.
Good Idea is a brain trust your brain can trust. It's a comedy podcast where we find creative, actionable solutions to your real-life problems.
I'm Aiden Kinsella.
I'm Bradley Berklich.
And this is Good Idea.
Welcome.
So
how was that?
It was very, very good. It's had a little bit of a somber note for the episode. Wow.
Yeah, it did a little bit.
Down, yeah.
It was a little... It's pretty long. I wrote that I performed that at Ragdale, which is an artist's contingent just a little on Green Bay Road, just sort of north-ish of here. This is kind of a special episode because I leave for college in like 3 days. And
I wait for college for another 13 days.
Yeah.
Please let me start school, please.
So we have a whole lifetime ahead of us which is interesting because Good Idea has been in part it's been this podcast where you can hear two dudes just fucking spitball for 80 years into a microphone about nothing, and that's wonderful. That's
gonna change now because now it's gonna be this
we're
podcast
professional
and we only talk about business.
We're college people now. I'm Coffee McLatte and I do 24 hours 360 45 7 days a week. And I never go to bed.
You never go to bed?
Coffee McLatte. Yeah,
well, let me tell you about...
I'm studying all the time.
let me tell you about myself.
Okay.
I'm Sports Jeremy.
Okay, cool.
And I'm in all of the college sports, and I'm never at school because I'm always on the road with my team, my brotherhood.
Sports Jeremy, the intramural person.
Sports Jeremy, the intramural person. I'm always on the road with my team. Also, I'm in a frat, and all my frat boys are on all the same teams as I'm on.
We are the sport frat, which is all the teams for every sport. No one else is on any other team.
It's actually, that might might be a issue. I might need to take that up with the like college board because I'm not.
No,
sure
it's
legal.
okay. It's discrimination,
fine?
but it's fine. Yeah, no,
It's like
you
legal
have the
discrimination.
best women's badminton team in the state.
Oh fuck yeah!
All men. Someone's like, are they on like testosterone or something? And like, no, just let them in. You're like fucking like crammed into like the women's shorts. You're like, hit. Boom.
They look college age. I guess. Come on. I get. Yeah, you can use our jam. Oh, you're the team?
Yeah.
Okay. Should we do some props?
Well, I also wanted to finish off that
go
thing I
for
was
it.
saying earlier. With it's been two guys spitballing into a mic, but it's also been sort of the trajectory and journey from this time last year to essentially now. It covered basically our entire senior year of high school. It covered at least halfway through last summer, and now it's covered us all the way through essentially this summer. We've got a little bit of days left. So this has been sort of a chronicle also for us of like the last high school year.
Yeah,
which
dude.
is kind of nuts.
You listen to, like, if you go back
A year
and
of
listen
maturity and development.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you listen to, like, the old episodes, and it's like, that was 1 year? One?
Holy shit,
One.
yeah.
One.
So in not just the sense of comedically, but you've really, this is sort of an anthropological experiment and catalog of two young gentlemen passing through the final, I guess, curtain. Not the final curtain. What's the thing I'm trying to say? What are the final veil between childhood and adulthood?
Yeah, dude.
Now, which I think is just very interesting. It's gonna from a strictly sociological standpoint. I think that's fascinating.
Absolutely. I mean, you're talking about comedically. I mean, for sure. But like, just from the
I'm talking about everything.
comfort. There's the comfort. Sorry, I fucked that up. You're talking about everything.
Yeah.
But from a performance standpoint,
Okay.
I wanted to talk about it comedically, and I got that fucked up because I just like I got the thought, but I'm like, wait, hold on, gotta listen. And that's a great example. Early on, the temptation just like spit out some random shit over whatever the other person was saying. I think was really high. And then now you have like, I lost my train of thought because I was busy listening to yours, and that's a lot more professional. And you have a much better rapport. There's a lot less silence I have to cut out of the show.
Yeah.
Which is like, those are small things, but like, and it's not just like random shit anymore. It's a conversation now where we build stuff. And that's the biggest difference, is we build a fiction now in a way that is, I think, much more, and I'm not at all trying to say we're super professional and the funniest people in the world. This is a personal self-reflection moment. We have so much to learn for sure. But just like from where we were at the beginning, here's a bunch of different random shit, and let's go in 70 different directions, where now it's like, let's go in one direction and let's figure this shit out.
Yeah.
And like, I'm talking very earnestly about like, goof 'em up Balroth the Impaler, and this is your friend. But like, no, it's goofy shit like that is actually way better if you do it well. And I think we're learning to do it better. So that's really cool. And now that I'm done talking about our growth, Bradley, are you done talking about our growth?
I am, yeah.
Can we go back to spitting goofy shit into the microphone?
I love that. So we have a prompt from a new person whose name I was just in France and I still can't pronounce this, so let me just try. Elizabeth A. La Corveille, I think, maybe?
Something like that. She does a podcast called Podcast Detected on
Okay.
iTunes.
And Aiden, what have you done for Podcast Detected recently?
I just made them some intros. It was fun.
Okay, so that's cool. This is our mini shout out to Podcast Detected.
Detected, yeah.
Okay,
I made
great.
all the intros. I called it Podcast Dedicated in all the intros, and then I had to remake them.
Did she really?
I fucking misread it. Because I hadn't actually listened to the show yet when I made the intros. I read a description of what the intros were like, and I was like, okay,
You'll be fine.
this will be fun.
And then you
Let's
like listened to it and you went, fuck.
So I went back and redid all of
That's
it.
good. That's good.
Anyway.
It takes real detected to do that.
Real detected.
Yeah,
This is real detected work.
Real detected to do that, as opposed to dedication. But the prompt from Elizabeth is: do you think in the future classical, this is in quotes, classical cutlery, knives, folks, spoon.
She meant forks.
I think so, yeah. Forks, spoons, chopsticks, etc. will be replaced by something else. Will it be something more useful? And what could that be? So I really like this prompt.
Yeah, dude.
Also, how long have, like, forks been around? Like, how long has that shit been bopping?
That's got to be, like, the main thing that's been bopping since ancient times.
Yeah.
If you think about it. Like, it's stabby stab. Like, the same thing you use to kill the meat is what you would probably roast the meat on.
Well, that's a knife.
Would you use a knife or would you use, like, a spear?
I don't... Well, I wouldn't call a spear I think...
No, it's not a fork, but the idea of a spear is the same idea of a fork. It's just bigger.
Okay, so what we are boiling all these things down to their base element. So a chopstick is the closest thing resembling a spear, but it's not sharp. A fork has the most similar practical application to a spear, except it doesn't look like one. And a knife is somewhere hybrid in between, used for cutting. So what we really need...
Bullshit. I use chopsticks the exact way you would use a spear. I've been kicked out of multiple Chinese restaurants.
You are doing it wrong, my friend. I hate to say. I ate Japanese food last night. My little brother loves Japanese food, but he can't fucking eat with chopsticks. He's like trying to get better at it.
It's not that difficult.
But he got, and there's like a dragon roll, and he has a fork, and he's like trying to grapple with eating it, and he just stabs it, and the thing explodes. Like all over the goddamn plate, and he's like scraping it out with his fork, and my dad's like, stop.
No, don't get to eat dinner.
He's like, stop. Like, I will hand feed you this shit. Don't fucking like explode our food. But
okay.
So just a spear. Honestly, if we can simplify this shit, like make it like the ultimate food implement, it's like a toothpick.
Okay, but well, you could argue that because I think it's a small spear. You could pierce most things with that. I have an issue with that statement because of the following.
Okay.
What's your utensil of choice when you eat mac and cheese? Tell me honestly, don't make shit up.
Okay. I don't like mac and cheese and I don't eat it.
I think we've discussed this.
Yeah.
Criminal crime. Man.
Yeah. I don't like, we were upstairs and I just went, I don't like cheese, and you went, what?
That was today.
Yeah, it was. It was like 15 minutes ago. But I don't like cheese. It's just not my thing. I don't like cheesy pasta. That's just kind of gross. My pasta absolutely need to have that good tomato marinara sauce.
Okay.
It's just not.
Well, let's say you were to eat a tomato marinara sauce pasta with small mac and cheese like noodles.
Okay, yeah.
What would be your instrument of choice for consuming that food? No bull slurpees. No bull slurpee slurp. What are you using to eat that food? Be honest, please. It's a spoon. It's a spoon. You use a spoon because you don't use a fork for that.
Yeah, no, I would use a fork for that.
No, you can't shovel large amounts of it into your mouth if you use a fork.
That's not how I eat pasta.
You don't just shovel large amounts of it into your mouth?
No, I like cut it in like bite-sized portions.
Okay, well that's fair, but then you like have to.
Also, you can totally fucking eat noodles with chopsticks. Mm-hmm. Like that's just.
I'm not talking about noodles.
Oh, I keep thinking of. Okay, yes.
I'm talking about like a mac and cheese like.
Okay, that's probably a spoon. Yeah,
that's a spoon. You use a spoon because you got to get a whole bunch of that in your face at the same time to really get that, like, just to really bask in that flavor for you, that marinara flavor. You really want to bask in that. You want to enjoy that flavor, and you might be like, well, just make it last longer. It's like, no. You need to have like a significant amount of it into your mouth to fully enjoy the pasta experience.
Okay.
So the spoon is a useful implement.
How about we, there's gotta be you gotta be able to boil all this shit down. Like, not like a spork, because that's cheating. Well, no, spork is good, but not like a full thing where it's like the knife on the back and it's like the spork up front. Like, no, fuck that. There's gotta be one element. So how about just like a razor fucking sharp spork?
Oh, my lips.
Oh yeah, that I could see why that might not be the best. Here, how about razor fucking sharp spork, but then up like the side, like up like the center thing. There's a straw there. So what you do is you cut it up real fine, everything you eat, and you just slurp it back. You just slurp it up.
Okay, well at that point, all you would really need is a knife. No, okay. Have you ever seen something that like mashes potatoes, like a potato masher?
Yeah.
One of those. A straw going down the middle of the handle.
No. You wouldn't be doing. You would be doing it at the same time. She'd be.
It would sound like that.
That's horrifying.
It's disgusting. Oh, and also there would be some mashing in there.
There was a woman in my camp who she was the translator for there was a girl in our camp who had a trach, and she was the sign language translator for her, and she brought her own utensils made of wood.
Okay.
And we were like halfway through a meal, and I'm like, what? Like, what are those? And like, they're like, I get they're sustainable, but they already made the plastic fork.
They did already make the plastic fork, huh? That's okay. That's my big thing. Don't drink the water bottles. And it's like, well, yeah, but everyone else drinking the fucking water bottles. They're not gonna stop making the fucking water bottles.
Yeah.
The water bottle's already there. You're wasting plastic. No, it's already been made. Fucking, I'm off for not having water bottles anymore if the government was just like, no more water bottles. We're cutting you off. Your trust fund? Gone.
Credit card? No.
Water bottles? Absolutely not. Gasoline? Never again. Bikes? Ever? Fine. Fucking whatever. Environmental sustainability, I'm all for it. But the shit that's already here, it's already here.
I saw a vegan who was like, I would never eat chicken nuggets, and it's like, are you morally opposed to it? And I don't remember the argument, what it was, but it was like, it's like, I don't think that's a sustainable way of life. And someone's like, they already made the nugs, Courtney. She's like, yeah, but I'm not supporting the industry. And so I was like, I'll eat your nugs for you, so we can support it.
I kind of like this like mash and straw experience, although I also hate it. I really hate it. Mm-hmm. Can I propose?
Do you think all future food's liquidized like it is in WALL-E, like
God, I hope
cupcake
not.
in a cup?
God, I hope not. I don't want that. I don't think anyone wants that. Because
what is it? There's some product which is that like modern day, and it's like Soylent or something.
Yeah, Soylent. I believe it's Soylent.
That's horrifying.
Soylent Green is people.
My dad taught me that reference. Very dignified.
What a good reference for Daddy.
For Daddy.
Daddy's Reference Show. Can we start a new podcast called Daddy's Reference Show where we have your dad and my dad come on here and just mention pop culture things?
Oh, you know Ghostbusters?
Dude, you know Ghostbusters? Dude, remember that hilarious part in Ghostbusters where he's like, Mr. Dickless. Yes, it's true.
He doesn't have a dick. That was Ghostbusters 2. Oh, you're right. That was Ghostbusters 2.
Yes! Ghostbusters 2!
I was watching a YouTube video on how to decorate dorm rooms because I've been having to do that now. I've been having to try to decorate a dorm room, even though I'm arguably a person who's not qualified to do that, but B, really sort of enjoys it. And it was like something, and it's like they have like posters at like the poster sale for like seniors who've moved out, and they're just like donating their posters, and it's like you didn't realize you were the dude who liked Scarface until it was just one of like the 4 options at the poster sale, and you decided you were just gonna be the Scarface guy. So
big Ghostbusters fan.
Big Ghostbusters fan. Someone comes in your room and they're like, "Oh, have you always been such a big Ghostbusters fan?" And you're like, "Yeah."
Yeah, dude. Oh man, that was like my whole childhood.
My whole childhood. Were you born in like 1980?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I'm here pretty late. I have Benjamin Button disorder.
It's a disease, you asshole. Haha, what a wonderful reference.
Do you think Benjamin Button gets the handicap spot?
Is he old in this scenario? Like, was he just born, or is he like a kiddo?
I think he's like a kid. I think he's.
Then he probably shouldn't be driving a car.
8-year-old Benjamin Button, but he's actually like 90, and he's like, I don't like that voice. I'm not going to do that one. I'm 90 years old, but I look like a child. Give me the handicap spot. Like, do you think he like gets a sticker?
90-year-olds get the handicap spot? Is that the impression that you're under?
No. But like but Benjamin Button has a disorder.
He has a disease.
What's the actual technical difference? Because I'm just not aware.
I don't know.
Okay, well, I'm going to call him disorderly because
I should know. A disease is a pathophysiological response to internal or external factors. A disorder is a disruption to regular bodily structure and function. So I think disorder is actually a better...
Woo!
Well, no, but it's referred to as Benjamin Button disease when people talk about it. So, like,
they just did it wrong.
But I think they just did it wrong.
Benjamin Butt off, he ages inversely. It's like a sinusoidal curve. Old, young, old, young,
Have you seen
old,
that
young.
Benjamin Zipper? It's about this guy who was both 90 years old and 8 years old at the same time because there's 2 halves of him, and then whenever they're touching, they become 50 years old.
Isn't that Billy Madison?
Yes.
Never seen any of these movies, by the way.
I haven't seen
Benjamin Zipper sounds interesting, though.
Well, yeah, because there's 2 halves of a zipper, and then when they're together, it's one cohesive thing, so it averages out.
Oh, it's like me when I'm wearing a zip-up hoodie.
Yeah, just like that.
Okay, I like it. Do
It's
you want
just-
to pick? Do you want to pick a prompt?
This one's just for us, you guys.
This one's just
Wait, this one's for us.
This
I
is-
don't care if you like it. We're having fun.
the Brad and Aiden episode. This one's for us.
This one's for us. Okay.
Is this called personal development, maybe, or something?
I don't know. We'll find out.
Okay.
I think we can call it Arrested Development 2. We're still kids.
Arrested Development 2. I was about to tell you the story about the time my mom said that I was like that we should talk about.
The thing she suggests we talk about is, quote, college on the show, but the audio was bad, so I made this instead.
I went, haha, that's funny. If I was doing that, I would just be screaming the entire time. And then I realized that you were also there when that happened. So I wasn't going to tell that story because it would have been a little stupid.
Hey, Brad, remember 15 minutes ago?
Brad, remember 20 minutes ago when that thing happened?
When that thing you just said happened and I was there?
Yeah, all right. Well, now the listeners know. You're included too. Welcome to our lives. We should have you? Yes, you have. Maybe actually have you? Yes,
Well,
you have.
Was it 25 minutes ago? Because if so, I was definitely there.
It was like 4 months ago, 5 months, maybe like half a year ago when we saw the Truman Show. Mm-hmm.
Except it was way more than half a year ago. It was at the beginning of
it was
senior year.
Why don't we have microphones following us 24/7?
Because I'm not funny enough for that shit.
You're not.
I mean,
welcome to 8 hours of Aiden sleeping and then he cries.
I don't usually cry.
No.
No.
Okay.
But-
I'm sorry. That was wrong. But like,
here's the thing. Every once in a while, usually a couple times a day, I'll be like on the phone or something, and someone will say something, and I'll respond to it with like a very well put together bit. And I'm like, man, I wish I had that. I wish I had that one, because like I feel like I'm almost like I'm not even almost. I'm funnier reactively than I am ever when I'm trying to be.
you should
funny.
talk to my dad. Has his friend named Rob Shannon. He's an electrician from Chicago. And when Rob Shannon was working something slightly after 9/11, he got a job at the AT&T building. His name may not have been Rob, but he was definitely Mr. Shannon.
Probably Rob.
And he was installing a bunch of servers. They wiped out like an entire third floor of the building to just have a bunch of servers. And he's like, I don't know what these are for, but I'm installing input cables from everywhere. So they're kind of keeping everything. And of course they were, because it was just directly after the Patriot Act, after 9/11. But that shit's still in effect. So if you want those funny bits, just call Rob Shannon.
I love it.
Because all your phone conversations are stored, and the government does sift through all of them. There's one agent who's like, fuck, I wish this guy had a podcast. He just doesn't know.
He doesn't know.
So you should mention it. You go, okay, this is, hey Brad, I'm calling you. Hey, Mr. NSA FBI, I have a podcast. You think I'm funny? You can follow it. It's a good idea.
Do you think they actually listen to all those phone calls? They don't have time for that shit.
I think they probably have some computer program which can detect words. So if you boot up the phone, you go, hey, terrorist, 2 p.m., 3 p.m., C4, Monday, October 11th, Pentagon, World Trade Center, Mojave Desert, secret Dubai, assassination Mossad, 2007 hotel, 33 occupants. Dirty Bomb, Mission Impossible, Fallout. Okay, we also have a podcast, which is like, which is a good idea. Explosion, like big fucking explosion. Britain gone. Big Ben annihilate. Like terror attack.
Okay, that's how we need to advertise though. Like we get the government super scared. We get them, do not listen to this podcast, and then like everyone in America will be like, better listen to this podcast.
Government secrets.
Government
Shit, he said government secrets on the phone.
Don't mind if I do. Clicky-roo.
Big box and like it's like a fucking like porn advertisement. It's like up there. And it's like government secrets, and you're like, I was gonna watch 86-year-old cream pie, but I guess I'm gonna have to click government secrets now.
This one's just for us.
This one's for us.
Hey, okay, here's what I want to talk about. Speaking of 86-year-olds.
Okay, good. Glad that was a good tangent.
My mommy submitted a prompt to us. My mommy.
Okay.
The NOMFL, the National Old Man Football League. I'm very into it.
What is National Football League? Is it just? It just stands.
That's what NFL
So she
is.
just inserted old man into the
Yeah.
National Football League.
Now, it's a very good prompt.
It is a very good prompt. So,
So
they're just old.
they're just old. They're old now.
Do they need like more protective padding? Did you ever do that thing at we talked about Croya on here before?
Probably.
Yeah, Croya, the youth group thing. Aiden's involved with it. Aiden's actively seeking a job in it.
I got the job
Aiden
yesterday.
actively got the job in it. I went once. People did drugs and threw flour at each other. So it wasn't really my crew. But they also had this thing where you get in big balls and like throw each other at like them. I don't know exactly.
Bubble ball.
Just put the old men in the big balls and like
Okay,
just send them onto the field. They're fine. That's
good.
a lot of padding.
I do like that. They move very, very slow. The problem is, how are they going to catch the ball?
I think one of them's the ball.
One of them is the ball.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. Consider, they don't need any padding. They've already got their adult diapers, right? They've already got their adult diapers. They're running around like, oh, I pissed myself, but I got the touchdown! Woo! And then, like, his knee breaks and he falls over. 7 points! It was worth it!
I thought, because you're doing the old man voice, my instinctive reaction was 7 points for Gryffindor!
Do they ever in Harry Potter give the points in like non multiples of 10?
6.5 points for Hufflepuff. A good deed was 6.5 way done.
So it was done 650%.
Oh no, wait. Yeah, maybe like 0.65% done.
Yeah, maybe.
And Dumbledore does
Dumbledungle.
Yeah, why was that school so fucking dangerous? Like what? Like they were like in mortal peril every year. Like it's a school. Like I went to high school and middle school, and I think technically part of that happens during college too. I guess.
Are you considering the fact that there are rules in place that are supposed to keep the kids out of the places that put them in mortal peril, and also the fact that the school was being like assaulted by evil wizards the whole time?
Yeah, I guess.
So like it's not like Harry Potter was just like death trap for kiddies. But it was more like school with a bunch of dangerous shit in it, so we can teach the kids how to deal with dangerous shit. Oh, here's some kiddies that want to deal with the dangerous shit without our permission.
Have we talked about the J.K. Rowling sort of actively editing the Harry Potter books in
I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure. Like Dumbledore is a young man now. Dumbledore had Benjamin Button disease the whole time.
No, Dumbledore. He's young in the movie. Like he's like confirmed gay by J.K. Rowling. It's like what did it? But then there's also the thing, and this is just too funny to believe because she's just making a wreck of her whole franchise. Like the thing I count as Harry Potter now is just the books. Like they're good. Like I think they're good. I had a wonderful time reading them. They're fun kids book. But anything that she tweets out, I just ignore because I'm like, no, I don't want to think about that.
Dumbledore was just on roller skates the whole time.
Because one of the fucking things is that wizards, they're like, because someone's like, they never went to like the bathroom in Harry Potter, like never like actively used it. She just went, oh, they shitted themselves and magicked it away, and like that was an actual tweet. And like that's like quote unquote canon now, and it's like, no, I don't want to think about that. I don't want to have to, like, and, like, you can Google, like, J.K. Rowling, like, wizard shits themselves, and I don't want that.
15 times Harry shat himself in Harry Potter. You won't believe what happened in number 12.
Oh, was it he magicked it away? Sorry. You're right!
Sorry, you won't believe what happened in number 2.
I gotta Google this to make sure
National Old Man Football League. They all run out onto the field, they've got fucking canes, and they beat the shit out of each other.
Aggressive, I'd like it.
And don't worry, their balls will never get hurt because of the adult diapers, and even if they do, they can't have kids anyway, so it's fine.
Your ears hang low, do they waggle to and fro? Like, I don't actually know the lyrics to this song, but I like it too.
Balls do they wobble to and fro, just like balls do.
I thought the joke was that they were gonna like hang like out of the ball and like they were never gonna get like hurt because it was like they were too low. They were like suspended. Like,
that was not the joke.
Okay,
it's not a joke. It's just a legitimate idea for National Old Man Football League. They all have adult diapers.
How old are these people?
Do they magic the shit out of their adult diapers?
No, I don't want to think about this anymore. But so like, how old is Old Man Football League? Because like, I have a grandfather. He's like 80 something. Like, is he Old Man Football League, or are we doing like 103-year-olds? Where it's like
103-year-olds.
Okay,
there's definitely like the one younger old guy who has to push the one guy in a wheelchair.
The
around.
newbie, only 97. Mike grandfather built his house at 70, so I have like I am afraid of old men.
That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I would think that the youngest one would push around the wheelchair ones.
Okay. Have you? Fuck. This is actually there's a book called Unseen Academicals by
No.
Terry Pratchett about a League of Wizards who start a soccer team.
That sounds very good.
It is very good.
I'd very much like to read this.
And I think they win, and it's a bunch of old men that go out to the game. They're like, "There's no point, but we have to do it." It's something about tax evasion. I think, honestly, as they start
That
a football
sounds very
team to
Terry
avoid
Pratchett.
taxes. It's one of the famous quotes. Is there was an unseen agreement. The Wizarding School would pay 30% on all profit in taxes that it earned that year, so long as the city never asked for taxes. And then there was like something else, and it was then that the new patrician arranged for taxes to have been done on distributed to the school like 25% per capita, and the wizard said that would not do, and the patrician said per capita would be absolutely fine, or else de capita could be arranged.
I like that.
Terry
I like
Pratchett
that
is a
lot.
wonderful wordsmith. I think he's great. I wish he wasn't dead, but c'est la vie.
Now, do you think that there are a lot of plays that revolve around the fact that once the person who pushes the wheelchair around has to go push another person in a wheelchair, they have to leave the person in the wheelchair in one singular spot?
Go I can't.
Well, there's that, but I think like also it's almost like an ultimate frisbee type scenario where like once you've got the ball, you can't move anymore. But just like once you're there, you
Is
can't.
that a
move
rule in
anymore.
Ultimate Frisbee?
Well, no, there's no ball in ultimate frisbee.
Oh,
There-
okay.
But if you have the frisbee in ultimate frisbee, you either can't move or you can only take like 3 steps before you can move again.
I was so good at it.
I was so
Throw it
good
to
at-
me. I'll run there.
It's a good strategy. I love it.
I didn't play it very long.
Very communicative.
Yeah.
I love it. But I like the idea of just like there's one dude on the team that's actually strong enough to push all the other dudes around.
That
And he's
is
got to, like,
fun.
he has to like set them up in such a way that they can pass it to each other. But it would have to be more than 11 per team because like they can't throw the ball very far and none of them can move. So it would be almost like a
Is the field
Rube
small?
Goldberg machine-esque, like you have to set it all up before you do
I
the
like
play, and then the other team's like scrambling to make it so they can get in the way of all the passes.
It's good. That's
I think
good.
it's just very, very good. And they do all have canes, but the canes are pointless because they're all in
They're for
wheelchairs.
hitting.
The canes are for hitting. National Old Man Football League. The canes are for hitting.
What was the thing? It was golf is only a non-contact sport if you're a pussy.
You know the NFL draft?
Yeah,
Well, these old men,
they lost.
they love the draft.
Oh, to draft?
They love the draft. They've been in the draft before. They're very excited.
I get it.
No, not the draft! Not again! Not the draft! Anyone can be pulled for the National Old Men Football League draft.
You don't even have to be an old man. Anyone.
Anyone.
I'm like 45. You're in. I'm woman. You're in.
We've now done 2 jokes about sports teams comprised of the wrong gender and people.
Have we done it? Oh, yes.
Yeah.
What is I'm woman?
It's not.
I'm thinking of iRobot.
Same thing.
I
Same fucking movie.
movie.
Yeah.
I was talking about the Isaac. Oh, it is a movie.
Yeah.
There's Will Smith in the meme where the robot's high.
Oh, that's pretty funny.
It is funny. 'cause
Dude, a robot
it
on
does
weed?
involve weed, which I was just like, robot weed? Like, what? Because it's like, you're not like, yeah.
This one's just for us, you guys.
It's like, you don't it's funny because you're not like the robot can't smoke weed.
Dude, the robot, like, could never smoke weed.
Doesn't have any lungs, guys. Robot can't do weed.
I think you should definitely get on my Twitter at NerdstormNation, scroll down a little bit and look at my teen pharmacist bit. It was a solid, like, 15 tweet long TV show pitch for a TV show called Teen Pharmacist. And if you thought that was funny, there's just a whole bunch more goofs a lot like that on my Twitter.
Okay.
So definitely just like, get up on that. Let's do another one.
Who's your conscience?
Who is my conscience?
Yeah, like there's like a little demon or like a little baby or like an angel or something on like each shoulder. Like, who's up there? Who is that? What they tell you to do? Why they make you decide?
I'll be honest, the thing you're saying right now doesn't make any sense.
You don't have like the little angel and the little devil on your shoulder?
No. Holy shit. If you don't have the little angel or the little devil, you must be the little angel or the little devil.
Little devil?
Yeah.
Which one are you?
I think I'm the angel. I'm not much of a devil type. I'm not much of a devil type.
Really?
Do you think I'm a devil?
No, I don't hold any opinions ever.
Bullshit.
Opinion, they're hard.
Opinions are
If
hard?
I don't have to, I don't. Which is why going out to eat with me is so difficult. Because it's like, is Chick-fil-A okay? And I'm like, maybe. Come on, take me out to eat. Come on, listeners. You have our Gmail. You're like, Brad, want to grab some food? And I'm like, sure.
Will you pay for my ticket to wherever you are?
Yeah. Hey, you want to go to Chick-fil-A? Maybe.
Is it Sunday? Then absolutely.
Yeah.
I
no,
love to go to Chick-fil-A on Sunday.
That's funny because...
They're not open on Sunday.
Oh, okay. Got it. I thought they were just like... I thought it was a gay joke, and I'm like, are like gays and Sunday connected? I was like running through it in my head.
Here's my idea.
Yeah.
For Chick-fil-A.
Okay.
They have these restaurants that aren't open on Sundays, which means they have that real estate space that's just not being used.
Rent it out for a gay nightclub.
They can do that. Okay, now, I'm not endorsing this at all, but if Chick-fil-A wants to, like, do their agenda, they could rent it out as a gay nightclub, and then just mysteriously all of the gays who use that nightclub just...
Someone's like, hey, what are these big hinges that
that's
we
so
have?
weird.
Oh, the floor opens up.
So is it Monday? It's Monday. Yeah, they were closed yesterday. Why do the nuggets taste weird?
No refrigerator.
Just no refrigerator. That's so weird that the nuggets taste like this.
Attend the tale of Chick-fil-A. Our nuggets are made out of people who are gay. We chop them up into little bits and nobody finds them. Except in their shit.
Da-dum.
For
Ta-da.
Chick-fil-A.
And we're not open on Sunday.
Da, 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 da. Okay, this is good. A lot of things rhyme with A. I'm having a great time with this. I would watch that musical.
I mean, I was going to suggest Airbnb, but this is way better.
Airbnb Chick-fil-A. That's good. Hey, okay.
There's nugs in the fridge. You can have whatever you want.
It's a little messy. We do have some pet chickens. Feel free to just kick them around. I was at my uncle's house.
You want to talk about the dead chickens?
Yeah, all the
We did that on the last episode.
Oh, the other one died.
Update!
We came back.
Breaking news! Breaking news!
We came back and it was dead. There were the 5 original chickens and they were dead before we got there. And then we were okay. We fed all the chickens and we left. And then we came back and the last one was dead.
This has been your chicken update.
All the chickens are dead. So to answer the question, do you need a chicken? Yeah, you're all out.
We should have a new segment on this show called Do You Need a Chicken? At this point, it is a segment. We've done it 3 times. We just update the question as so. Right now, the answer is yeah. You do need a chicken. I kind of like that. We talked about Schrodinger's chicken the first time we did the prompt. It's kind of taken on a new meaning.
Yeah.
You know what I learned recently? Apparently, Schrodinger's cat, like that theory, was proposed by Erwin Schrödinger as a joke.
Yeah, to show how ridiculous the theory was in general, but now it's just been used as an example to show how the theory works. Is that Keegan's necklace?
Yeah, it is Keegan's necklace.
Here, can I see it? You had like the hammer or something nice. The sword. Okay.
It's a glaive, but
Glaive, that's
whatever.
cool. Mine is, I have just, right now, I have just sort of this thing, like a little wall of things Keegan has given me, which are just, they're hanging off my dresser, and it's that. It's
So
the
when we talk
necklace
about
and the
Keegan,
button.
our friend and friend of the show, Keegan, he's very talented and sweet, and we love him very much. This is from Shiloh. Shiloh Graham asks, what is the worst thing a shirt can say on it?
So I attempted to buy Shiloh the worst thing a shirt can say on it. I think I got pretty close. What do you remember what that was? Was that on the last day of school? And it was like, I went into the Continental thrift shop. We have that at our school. We had it.
I was not with you for this.
No, I'm sure you were. Remember we were all like fucking writing on Shiloh's shirt? No? Okay, that must have been... it was just in the general comments area. I swore you were there.
I was definitely not there.
It was like a banana monkey, and it said... I think it was like cool dude or something, and then I wrote bitch on the back of it, because everyone just wrote their name on it.
So you wrote your name, bitch.
Yeah.
Bradley Burke bitch.
I said that in first grade. I got called to the principal's office.
Bradley Burke bitch?
Yeah, I said that out loud because I thought it was funny. I didn't know what the word meant. And Bria Bradford, fucking, I have not thought about her in ages. It was like, that's a bad word. You're going to the principal's office. I'm like, no, don't do that. And it happened anyway.
Well, you know.
So she was kind of a jerk, and she was always mad at me because my name was alphabetically in front of hers. So I take that, Bria. And she's like, oh, you sit in front of me in the line? That won't happen anymore. And my other friend, Noah Bremerfight, was behind Bria. So we would just annoy the shit out of her because we would just talk.
What's the worst thing a shirt could say on it? What was that thing? The one I got Shiloh at the other thrift store, and it was like the
It didn't just
guy
say
with the
nasty
pitchfork.
on it.
It didn't say
that
nasty.
That was an American Gothic parody.
Yeah, it was, and it was. So I guess this prompt has just become us talking about
What
shirts
shirts
Shiloh has.
We've given to Shiloh because they're all so fucking stupid.
Like a Mario font shirt with a picture
Yeah.
of Mario on the back and then like a picture of a toilet and then like one of the green pipes from Mario and it says like emptying my pipes and it's like that's the like it's one
Yeah.
of those like just
You know
really
who we're talking
garbage
about.
shirts. I just made that one up by the way. I think it was pretty realistic though.
But there are people. So I had I was like kind of like I had a couple of those. I think I may have had sarcastic comment loading. It was like 5th or 6th grade. So I can't really be judged for it. You're not even a person in 5th or 6th grade. You're just sort of a primordial being. There was like one that was like find the angle. It was like find X and it was like the triangle and someone circled X and went here it is. And then there was like one that listed like 10 things you won't learn on the internet. And it's like one of them was like there's 5 cockroach legs in every bar of Hershey's because they store all the cocoa beans in huge tents because there's so many beans and all the bugs get in there and then they get ground up in there too.
Relatable.
Oh, but what I was going to say is my parents bought me one, and I think I've talked about this before, but it was a black one, and it says, you matter unless you multiply yourself by the speed of light, in which case you energy. And the equation's wrong. So that's the worst shirt I've ever owned. That's not how you even get energy.
That's funny.
It would be MC squared. They don't include the squared. And I was thinking of wearing it ironically, but honestly, no one would understand that I was wearing it ironically. They'd just think, oh, here's the like largest nerd I've ever met. Like, because nobody would like look at that shirt and go, that equation's wrong.
funny.
Except for people who I don't want to attract attention from.
That's fair.
If anyone's going in their head and they're like, oh, that equation's wrong. That guy's he's wearing that shirt ironically. That's not someone I want
what you need
to
is-
associate myself with.
What you need is you need to wear that shirt and you go out into public with me and I'm wearing like the shirts that are like I'm with stupid and then
I'm with
and then on the
smart
back it says like he's stupid and then there's an arrow pointing at the person next to her. We go out together. I'm wearing a shirt that says he's wearing that shirt ironically.
That would be good.
And I'm wearing this shirt with full sincerity.
A shirt that was just like you made it at home, like Sharpie, like I'm wearing it ironically. That's
Pretty funny.
That's actually kind of a good shirt.
You ever see one of those shirts that somebody makes where they've just like pressed a picture, like one of those home picture pressed a shirt, like iron on, and then like they've washed it multiple times and now it's cracked and destroyed. And
Yeah.
like back in 6th grade, your friend would like get like a scene from Amazing World of Gumball and just sort of put that on there.
Has Amazing World of fucking Gumball been around since 6th grade?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. We're getting old, folks.
Yeah, dude.
We're gonna be candidates for old man football. Did Sam do that?
Yes. Have you ever played, I know you have played, audience, have any of you ever played fucking TKO on,
You're gonna have to remind me of this because I don't remember TK.
it's the one on Jackbox Party Pack 3 where you design the shirts?
yeah,
Because that's the shit. Here's some TKO shirts. There's the astronaut just kind of floating in space above Earth, and you can see the Earth and some stars in the background. And the caption is, check this shit out. Here's one. It's a crudely drawn depiction of a thong of some sort. A completely non-sexual thong. It's just like underwear. Thong is the wrong word. It's just underwear. And then it says I heart anime under it, and then the caption on the shirt, I heart anime is drawn in. The caption on the shirt is Satan is real. There's one here, it's a picture of Sonic the Hedgehog with a yellow cross, like a Jesus church cross. And the caption is ass or tits? Question mark?
So the other thing about TKO t-shirts is that they don't mention is that you can also buy them,
You can buy them.
which means the worst t-shirt honestly is probably a TKO t-shirt because even the best TKO t-shirts are still bad.
Oh yeah, dude,
Like they
they're like
still suck.
finger drawn on your phone.
Has anyone ever actually bought one? Do you think they've ever made any money about that? Because they had to set that shit up, or do you think they export it to like Redbubble?
They probably do that because, you know.
Or did they're like people are gonna want all their shirts and they like invested in like a printing company or something?
Definitely not that. Definitely not that. It's funnier if it's that. Oh my god. Yeah, I think the worst t-shirt, it really is the worst thing any t-shirt can say on it is just something one of your asshole friends wrote on a shirt.
Yeah.
I think we started there and then we sort of did like this fun like bell up. And then
We're right back in-
down.
yeah,
we're right back. Time to end the episode because this one's for us, and we're stopping when I say we stop because I don't want to do it anymore. Not today. We're gonna do some housekeeping real quick, and then we're gonna talk about some shit that's fun shit, like pick of the week and whatnot.
Yeah.
Our Facebook group is Good Idea Podcast. That's where people send us prompts. People can also send us prompts on Twitter, Tumblr, and Instagram, and Gmail. Our Twitter, Tumblr, and Instagram are all at GoodIdeaCast, and our Gmail is goodideapodcast@gmail.com. If you like the show, if you enjoyed this episode or another episode that you liked more, share it or give us a review or both.
We don't care if you like this episode. This one was for us.
This one was for us. So we have no advertising budget, so word of mouth is the best way to grow the show. Places you can find us include iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, Overcast, Libsyn, and Spotify. So you really have no excuse not to listen. And your friends have no excuse not to listen. Except this one, because this one's for us.
So many platforms.
Actually, if you listen to this, we are going to arrest you, because this was like ours.
Yeah.
This is ours.
We know your house.
We're cops now. My uncle's a cop, at least. I'll get him on it.
I knew a dude who was a cop once.
Oh, dude, nice. High five. Yeah. Cop high five. Hey, Bradley, what was your favorite idea of the episode?
My favorite idea of the episode was something I said earlier on, and I can't remember what it was, but it was really funny.
Awesome.
Yeah, how about you?
I don't know. I really liked the idea.
Forks at some point? I vaguely... Fuck, I can't... Once you say it, you just can't...
It's gone. It's just... That's why there's a microphone. Because it's just gone, and that way it's still here.
This is like, because if you, any of you guys out there, any of your wives ever go, you hung out with your friend for an hour. What did you talk about? And you look over to your wife and you say, I don't know what we talked about. That's just what this is. I don't know. We talked for an hour. We hung out.
It happened. I swear.
We were there. Did you talk about that baby? He's having a baby? No, we didn't talk about his baby.
Baby?
Okay, what's your pick of the week?
My pick of the week. Okay, so there is a musical called 35mm. I think it's 35mm, but it's in both of the M's are in caps, so I don't know. Anyway, there's a song on there called The Ballad of Sarah Berry, and it fucking bops. The other thing that you should definitely listen to, cut 45 minutes out of your day, listen to Pretty Filthy. It is another musical, because I have to recommend a musical every week. I'm contractually obligated to do that. It's another musical that I've just recently found about the porn industry, and I know you're probably thinking, a musical about the porn industry? That sounds gross and probably just full of shitty, bad humor. Well, what I realized last night, because I've been thinking about this since I found the musical, is like, it's really good. Why is it so good? It's because the idea, the porn parts of the musical, while the musical talks about porn a lot, and it talks about sex a lot, porn takes a back seat to the stories of these people and to how they feel about their situation and to their like life and just like who they are. And the musical, while it's funny, is a lot more just about the stories of the people the musical's focusing on. And I strongly recommend it. There was one part that actually almost made me cry. I got really emotional about it. It's really good. Listen to Pretty Filthy. It's on iTunes. Do it right now.
Heck yeah.
Also, it was a New York Times like editor's pick or whatever, so you know it's good. Bradley, go ahead.
I've been in Europe a lot of the week, so I haven't been consuming much media, but the song In Your Arms by Chef apostrophe Special is good, and I think it's meaningful. And as I go out to college, I appreciate it more. So,
Dope as hell.
Dope as hell.
All right. That was a good idea. This one's for us. We're done here.